Well, hello you guys, and back again to my channel, Safa's Man Cave. I really welcome all of you back to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. And today, what I really tried to show you guys is how to drastically improve the traction of your Power Wheels toy for your children. Yes. So there are all kinds of Power Wheels, but what I've got is like a Chinese copy of a BMW X6M. Okay, it's really like a licensed copy of the real thing. We really like this Power Wheel. We drove it like miles on miles. My son really enjoys it. We're using it like something like 2 years. We're doing everything we can to keep it intact. We really like it. We really love it. It's got music on it, and it's got 12 volts battery. We also upgraded the battery for better amperage, so it lasts longer. Okay. There are all kinds of crazy upgrades for Power Wheels, but what I thought was really necessary and the best thing we can upgrade is really the traction, the tires, because when time goes by, the wheels, the tires are really getting eroded. Okay, they're really getting eroded. It's like no more traction. So this is really something I wanted to upgrade. Okay, now if you take a closer look, you could see that the traction on the stock tires are really eroded. Yes, it's really eroded, and you can see also something really quite amazing. The traction, the only part of the tire which comes in contact with the floor is really thin. Okay, so the traction is from the stock, from the factory, the traction is really low. Okay, if you take a look here on the contact with the floor, you can see that only the middle part is coming in contact with the floor. So this part doesn't count. This part also doesn't count because they don't come with contact with the floor. Only this main stripe, and you can see how much it's eroded, and it got no traction at all. Okay, even when it came new from the factory, you could say that traction is really not good. Okay, so and after 2 years of use, you can see it's even got even worse eroded. So no traction at all, and I think this is the best upgrade you can do to your Power Wheels toy. I think the upgrade could contribute to some aspects. First, it's basically won't give you any longer operation time. Like for example, if you know your 12 volt 14 amperage battery is good for let's say 60-70 minutes of changing speed trip, which is good. Yes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, it's really nice. Lots of the Power Wheels can't hold longer than 30 to 40 minutes, so 1 hour and 10 minutes. We had sometimes we even got to 1 hour and a half, because if you travel at a low speed, yes, in these Power Wheels in particular, you got 3 speeds, 1, 2, 3. If you go conservative and just drive on the first speed, for example, if you're in a mall, you're in a crowded area, so you don't want to go fast, or if you want to be conservative with the battery, you just go with the first speed, and you can even total your trip for 1 hour and a half of operation, which is really good, excellent. Okay, we even had once a record of almost 2 hours. Okay, so it really depends on the Power Wheel, it depends on the battery. Here we had a 12 volt battery. We've upgraded it to, it was 12 volts and 14 amperage. Now it's 12 volts and 28 amperage. I mean, we doubled the amperage. So the volts are the same, 12, but the amperage was doubled from 14 to 28. So it's lasts even longer, something like 1 hour and a half, etc. Okay, so what I really wanted to say is that the tire upgrade won't give you more time. Okay, the time will remain the same. If you have 1 hour and 10 minutes, the same for the same trip, in the same time, in the same weather, you will, after fully charged batteries, yes, you probably will have the same outcome again. Yes, 1 minute here, 1 minute there, but probably the same outcome again. So what we want to achieve with upgrading the traction, yes, upgrading the tires, we want to achieve more mileage per minute or per total trip. Yes, we want, with the same 1 hour and 10 minutes we have with the battery, to cover more ground. That's the whole idea. Now I'm going to do something really cool for you, my subscribers. I'm gonna try to make a first trip with the car with my kid inside, with the old tires, yes, the eroded tires. And I will use the ride Map My Ride application, which is Under Armour application, basically for bicycle riders, but it's also good for walkers, runners, whatever. So what's beautiful with this application, it's use GPS and really take measurement of your timing and of your distance covered. Okay, that's the main idea I want to see. I want to see how much in percentage we've got upgraded once we replace the traction. Okay, I really hope for at least 10, 15, 20% upgrade in the mileage covered, in distance covered, once we do the same trip exactly with the upgraded tires. Okay, that's our goal, to improve the coverage. Okay, anything less than 10% will be disappointment, because I think these eroded tires are really, done. Like in when we are going uphill, the grip is really low. Okay, and basically even when you going on a flat terrain, as I showed you, there's only a small part of the tire which comes in contact with the floor. So whatever traction you add should improve the distance covered. That is my hypothesis. Okay, that is my assumption. Okay, so how you really can upgrade your power wheel tires? Basically, if you run some YouTube videos, you can see there's basically two methods. One method is you just buy a material, okay, like non-slip material, and then you cut it, yes, and then you just glue it. You just glue it on your existing tire. Okay, that's really, I think that's the simplest method. Okay, maybe in terms of results will be slightly lower, because the material you'll buy is not actually tire material. It's not actually, isn't actually its purpose. Okay, so it's an easier method, but I'm guessing that results will be a bit lower. Okay, so I didn't pick this method. I picked the more I think the better method, which is to really buy an entire tire, yes, an entire tire, and try to fit it to your existing wheel. In my case, you can see that I have miscalculated the measurements, sadly, so I had to just cut the traction part, but it's all the same, because this material is actual tire, it's actual tire stripes. This is designed to be tire traction. Okay, so we're guessing we will have better results here than if you just buy a non-slip material and try to wrap it around your tire. Okay, that's my assumption. Okay, so how do we start? First of all, I went to obviously to eBay. You can I've searched several sites, okay, in order to pick the correct tire for my case. Obviously, stock tire is out of the question because they're just the same. Okay, bad traction. So first step was to try to measure the size of the wheel. Here, sadly, I did miscalculate the size because there are so many methods of calculating your size, your inch size of your wheel. Okay, if you can see the width here, the width here is 10 centimeters. My tire is a bit slightly thinner, it's like 8.5 centimeters. I don't think the difference is it's great. I think we can work with it. Okay, my main mistake was trying to calculate really the entire inch size of the wheel. I've calculated like 10 inch. Okay, so that's the reason I bought this 10 inch tires. Okay, eventually it was miscalculated. Yes, if you can see, really I really did my best, but this couldn't be wrapped whole on my existing tire. Okay, I'll just come to my PC and show you the order so you can see really the tire. One moment. Yeah, these are the tires. Okay, 10-inch tire, tubeless vacuum tire for electric city cool scooter. Okay, that's you can see that's not the original purpose, or not the original tool. The power wheels aren't the original tool they're meant for. They're really meant for a kind of a scooter. Okay, and you can also pick if this is a off-road. Yeah, that's what I picked, something with high and powerful traction, or a highway. Okay, this is meant for highway, so this is obviously not our option. Basically, the Power Wheels do travel on you know, like cars highway, but since it's traveling so slow and we really want the traction, so I think off-road is the better option. Okay, yeah, that's the tire. That's the tire. Okay, price was like $16.50 per piece. Now again, let me remind you, I did miscalculated. I ordered a 10-inch tire, but in my particular case it might be even 11-inch. Okay, of my Power Wheels. That's the reason I could not fit it a hole, and I had to cut it. Okay, so really try to do your measurements as precise as possible, so you won't end up cutting the tire, but you know, it could be a good option even if you have the perfect size. If you have the perfect size, it's really better to just wrap it naturally around your tire. In most cases it's not possible, so in most cases you have to do what I did, and you will have to cut the tire. Okay, let me come back to the Power Wheel. Yeah, so here we are again, and what I just wanted to show you is that we got a really good traction tire. Okay, if you can see, I'll try to really demonstrate that how bad the current grip is. I mean, if you try to just move the tire, you can just listen how it slips, like how much the traction is so bad. Yes, like zero traction. Just do like this, it can't hold to anything. So obviously it uses more battery energy to cover the same distance in compared to this tire. Okay, if you will have this tire, you will use a lot less energy to cover the same distance. Therefore, you should cover more distance in the same battery operating time. Okay, you also should do uphills better, flat lines better. Downhills, I'm guessing it will be the same, but flat terrain and uphills, you should do much better with this monster traction. Okay, that's our plan. Okay, so yeah, I may try to demonstrate if you just you know, like temporary using the new traction, so you could see. Yeah, it's really a little bit hard to demonstrate, but you can see the tire is holding to something, and it's much more hard to rotate it. Okay, because of the good traction of this tire have. Okay, you can also note that since I miscalculated the inch size, it won't cover the entire wheel. I still have missed cover part here, so I will just cut another piece, and I should be fine. The method of making them together, I just using screws. So like this size screws, one here, one here, one here, one here, something like that. Okay, so it should be a problem because this is like a hard plastic. This is too hard rubber, so screws won't have any problem coming through them and like sticking them together. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so as you can see, I really like cut the first two tires. These are the remnants, and I still got two more tires to cut. So I will keep on cutting. Really, you can see that the area where I've cutted the tire is really the upper part. Yes, the upper part. I mean, this side part, I just started to cut from here. From here, cut. Yeah, just cut, so I could extract this side part, which is isn't practical for us at this point. Okay, so I will stop at the video at this moment. I will keep on cutting the remaining two tires, and I will merge another video in which you can see the result in Map My Ride application to see how much distance I've covered with the old stock tires. And then hopefully once we install the new traction, we can measure again the same trip with the kid inside the car and try to measure in Map My Ride application how many percentages did we improve in terms of distance in the same fully charged battery. Okay guys, so thank you. I will add the next video right away. Okay you guys, welcome back on the show, and as I mentioned, I'm ready to departure with my son. His name is Itai. Itai, say hi. Yeah, he's ready on the BMW, and we're ready for the first round, traveling on the eroded factory stock tires. We obviously expect a lesser result with these tires in comparative to the new one, so let's do the trip and see what is our result. As I mentioned, I'm using the Map My Ride application. It will indicate what is our distance and our duration, then we compare it with the results with the new tires. Okay you guys, so I see you in about an hour. Bye. Okay you guys, here we are again at the end of the first trip with the eroded old stock tires. Okay, so we've lasted for 2.14 kilometers and our trip duration was 32 minutes and 48 seconds. Essentially, battery is pretty much dead now. Yeah, it's pretty much dead. So let's keep this result and see if we can do better with our improved tires. Thank you guys. Yeah, so hi there again, you guys, and just wanted to show you some of the practices about how I cutting this tire in order so we can get the flat part out. So the main issue is puncturing a hole, since these tires are made of pretty solid rubber. So you just need to invest some time with the sharp tool trying to puncture a hole. But once you made it, it should go easy for the rest of the cutting. I'll try to show you. Okay, so once we have the hole, we just cut it carefully. It's recommended that the sharp part will be outside, so we can avoid injury. Okay, so I'm just sticking the knife in, or any sharp tool you have, and start pulling it out. Yeah, try to make the best line you can do, so it be nice and tidy. You can see that I'm cutting the line exactly at the end of the flat part of the tire. It's like this is my guidance line. You can see it over here. And just keep cutting carefully. You can see it's starting to come out, so you just keep on going. Yeah, we should be done in a moment. You can see the markings here are just pre-marked, which will be which tire will be in which position. For example, this is rear left, should go on the rear part of the vehicle on the left. I also marked the cutting line after I finish removing this part. This is the line when I cut, so we have a straight flat line of tire. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so as I've demonstrated, we're doing the same thing on the other part. Thanks. Okay, hi again, you guys. So after we went through the hard part of cutting the tire, we're going to the fun part of drilling it to the old tire, so we have our final product. Okay, so you can see here that after the cutting we eventually end up with 4 stripes of the flat part of the tire. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I basically did is I've marked the places when I want the bolts to go in, like 2 at a time in constant spaces. Okay, you see the silver dots. Okay, and we have our screwdriver, and we also have some bolts. I've specially picked bolts with some length, not too much, in order to penetrate both the new tire and the old tire, and a relatively wide head so it can just, you know, glue it in one place, like just make them together and hold it in the place. So we needed, I think it's better to have a wider bolt head. Okay. By the way, I also painted them black. They were silver in the first place. Okay, so after removing our old eroded factory stock tire and wheel, we can start working. Okay, we're taking the first stripe, just placing it in the middle. And we can start screwing the first 2 bolts. Make it nice and tight. Yeah, and we got the first bolt in. We're going to the second one. At the marked points. And we've got the second one in, and so on and so on. We just drill the entire flat tire. Hello guys, what's up, and welcome again to the cave. And this is what we promised you, the second round, where we're trying to beat our 2.14 kilometers record with the old tires using our new monster tires. You can see them right here, the new and improved tires we've installed, both on the front and on the rear. So our hypothesis is that we will have a better distance for the same period of time running, because we have this new and improved tires, so we can have an educated guess that we will cover more distance with the same battery. Okay, so I'm here with my son Itai. Itai, מה נשמע? הכל בסדר? And we are ready to go for the second round. So see you in a bit, guys. Woo, with the new tires. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. חזק, חזק על הגז. חזק על הגז, נו. Hey there, you guys, what's up? And as promised, we have the conclusion of the second round with our monster tires. Here they are, and guess what? We've beaten the last record by pretty much like 600-700 meters. Last record was 2.14 kilometers for the same period of time, for 33 minutes. So if we divide 214 by 288, we get to the conclusion that we traveled 25% further, 25% more distance with the same speed, same day, same hour. Okay, everything is really the same, and we got the 25% more distance with the same vehicle basically, while the only difference is that we have our monster traction tires, which made really the difference for 25% more kilometrage covered in the same period of time. This is just an awesome result. Woo!